this computer. Yep.
Oh,
So, hey guys, this is Will here, and I'm finally back with episode 2 of Will's interviews. And I'm joined by the voice of Sailor Moon and Percy in the Thomas Magic Railroad film, Linda Ballantyne,
yeah, baby.
the real Linda Ballantyne. Just so, got my questions pulled up right here, my phone.
Excellent.
Oh yeah,
Bring it,
and
baby.
I
Bring
have
it.
a Sailor Moon phone case too.
So do I, except mine's covered up with my thing. Mine's the.
Hmm.
In fact, Sailor Mars herself gave me that one.
Cool. So the first question that I have is, when and how did you get started in voice acting, and what was your first role?
Well, I started because I went to theater school, and in theater school they had all kinds of different courses. They had like movement, dance, and one of them was microphone technique. And as soon as I put the headphones on
Cool.
my head, as soon as I got in front of that microphone, I went, "Oh my, I love this. This is what I'm supposed to do." I just knew how to do it. I knew I was good at it. I could lose myself in my own mind. And I didn't need to care about what I looked like, which was most important to me at the time
Mhm.
because I was judging myself very, very harshly. So when I graduated from theater school, from university, I went to my agent because I already had an agent. I said, I kind of think I want to do voice acting. And they said, okay, well, you'll need a demo. And I went, got one. And they said, okay, well, what we'll do then is we'll send you out for an audition. We'll just do an in-house audition because they were doing those
Yep.
in the agency. And they said, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll see, what we think of your read or whatever. And so the very first thing I did, I ended up getting the part for. So my agent went, oh, you're going to work. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I will happily take you on. And from then on, she just believed in me always. And I just worked nonstop. There were times that I would say to her, I don't think I'm right for this. And she'd say, yes, yes, you are. You're going out for it. And I would get it. And I would be like, yes. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. So the very
Yep.
first part I got was a voiceover in a butter commercial.
Hmm.
Not very exciting, but
No.
it was just this sort of
Same.
sort of hippy dippy buttery person that was sort of supposed to be like, I like butter best on a mountaintop. Like, so she was sort of like this, I
Yeah.
don't know, kind of like that.
Hmm. Okay. The next question is, what was it like to be Serena slash Sailor Moon in the series? Like how? Like what was it? Like,
Exhausting, very, very exhausting.
yeah.
That girl doesn't stop. She's always and
And
going crazy
oh,
and everything. Yes.
speaking of which, what's that goofy style voice that you gave her, like based off of anything, or did it just like pop into your mind?
Well, it was first of all based off the fact that they wanted me to keep going higher and higher with my voice. And it was
Ah,
exhausting. Like, I'm sort of going really higher. Okay, okay. So they were like, and
yep.
so to me, I find that extremely grating and irritating. And it
Hmm.
really frustrated me. And so it wasn't
Yeah.
until, quite a bit into the series that I went, I don't want to do this anymore. This just is too irritating to me.
Yeah.
And probably everybody else. So I just sort of changed it up a little bit and made it more what I thought it should be.
Yes. And how did you audition for the role of her? Like,
Well, it's just
yep.
like a regular audition. See, that's the thing is when you're an actor, it doesn't matter how much you've worked. I mean, unless you're like a huge star, you always go to auditions. So you just get called up by your agent. It's like, okay, I got an audition for you. And you're like, okay. And then you go in, you sort of go, okay, what's here? And oftentimes you won't even know what it is you're necessarily auditioning for. Like they'll say, you're just going to go there and you're going to look at the sides. And the sides are just a small script that you're going to be reading for the audition
Yep.
purposes. And you look at it and they say, okay, just look over the sides and just pick which ones you think you'd be good for. So for Sailor Moon, they were actually auditioning for a few of the Sailor Scouts because Katie Griffin had gone to LA at that point. So
Yep.
she was gone for a few episodes. She wasn't gone for that long. So they were doing Sailor Mars. They were doing, I believe, Sailor Jupiter and maybe even Sailor Mercury. I think Mercury as well, yeah. And Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'll read for all these ones. Sure, I don't really care. I'll do it.
Mhm.
I'll do anything. And I guess I just lucked out.
And you got the main role.
Yeah, baby.
So the next one is, what was your most favorite line to say as her? one of the attack phrases, perhaps, or was it something else?
Well, the attack phrases were always hard because it was always after had been recording all day and it was like, okay, now I got to do this attack. And I was always losing my voice. So those ones were really hard until I sort of figured out I don't need to keep going up in them. I can just do, I could say moon, cosmic power, sort of like that instead of going moon, cosmic power. So the hardest one for me to do, I'll start there actually, was believe it or not, I will punish you in the name of the moon. Because that was just so high and I had to use so much of my throat for that, and Serena lines were a lot easier because it's sort of like, oh, Darian, you're so romantic. I loved saying that, of course. That was probably one of my favorite lines.
Yes. Well, next up is Percy and Thomas Magic Railroad. How did you get to be him?
How did I get that? What did you say?
Yeah. How did you get to be him?
Well, that's an interesting one because I had really just started out in the voice world. I was doing at that point the Avengers, I believe. Had I even done Sailor Moon at that point? I can't even remember if I'd done Sailor Moon at that point. But anyways,
it was around like 1999 to 2000. So
yeah. So it was just right almost at the same time as I was doing Sailor Moon. So Tony Daniels, another actor who has done a lot of stuff, and he was in Thomas. He was in that, and he said they were having a hard time trying to find a Percy. And he said, get Linda Ballantyne. Get Linda Ballantyne, she can do this. And I had never done a little boy voice before. So I was sort of like, so Tony sees me and he goes, I told them to get you in there. They're getting you in there. You can do this. And I was like, oh, a boy voice. Oh, awkward. Okay. Yes, I can do a boy. Yes, I can.
Yes.
And not only that, a boy voice with an accent as well. So it was like, oh, an English accent. Okay. So I went in there and I don't know, I just did the one take and they were just like, great. And then I heard that I got the part and they said, okay, so Britt Allcroft wants to meet you. And I was like, who's Britt Allcroft? Because I'm an idiot. And they were like, yeah, she's the creator. She's like God in this. It was like,
creator of the whole franchise.
I think I actually didn't even know when I went in there. I think I just thought that she was probably one of the producers or something like that. So I was like, okay. So I went in there and I met her and she was absolutely lovely. And I said to her, is my English accent okay? And she was like, oh, yes, of course. Yes, no, don't worry about that. Oh, no. So I was like, okay. And I don't know why she wanted to meet me. I don't know whether it's just sort of like, I want to make sure that this is a person that I want to have associated with my brand or what. But it dawned on me after I left that meeting, I went, oh, that was actually pretty important. That she's a very, she's the creator. She's the creator. I would have been much more nervous. So I'm glad that I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm glad. So you already answered how you auditioned, but do you know any of your favorite lines you said as Percy in the film?
I am brave. It's not easy being brave. I love that. I love that little engine so much. She was just such a little sweetie pie.
Yeah, he's my favorite engine in the series too, so it's cool. And maybe you could do like some of Serena's attack phrases as Percy.
Oh, that's a hard one. Let's see.
That would be funny.
Let's see. Moon, prism, power.
That would be Percy as her. And maybe you could do the I'm brave one, but as Serena.
Oh, I am brave. Oh, it's not easy being brave. Oh.
And
you're really mixing me up here. This is a lot for first thing in the morning for me.
I know. I have a bunch of Sailor Moon related stuff that I could show you if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, let me go get some. So first,
it's quite the setup you got there.
I know. Thanks. First, I have these VCDs of the series. You can see Serena right
nice
there. And there she is on the back.
Excellent.
And I have a second one, which is the not dubbed for you Sailor Stars.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Good.
And
which I wish we had done.
Yeah. it would have been interesting with the 3 lights and all those people.
It just never felt complete, you know. It was like, oh man. So I am glad that they ended up doing it, even though it was with different voices. I'm glad that they ended up doing it for the fans. But
me too. And I also have this volume. It's again, Serena's on the cover. This is the R season, which you weren't part of, but the Supers and the S you were. Well, S and Supers.
Right.
And
yes.
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna get some other related SM things, but oh yeah, none of the VHS tapes that I have are related to the Supers or S, but I know that some exist. But I'll get some of the Deke ones out, like Tracy Moore and Terry Hawks as a voice of her. Let me get them out for you. Don't want to take me
searching. You know, this is not planned because we are still searching.
All right, I have a bunch. There we go. So here's A Moon Stars Born, the first ever episode, the first 2 episodes of the show.
That's one you don't want to lose.
Yeah, there's Luna on the cover. The Deke logo's on the side of the case.
I've signed many of those babies.
Cool. That's awesome, actually. Here's the tape. And then
that's what you would call your VHS tape for all you young kids out there.
Yeah, I'm a big VHS collector. I do have the Thomas and Magic Girl film on VHS as well, but it's like over there, so it's probably gonna take a little bit to get out. But
yeah,
this
don't dig that.
This, if you can see, rent this double length video. This is a Blockbuster tape.
Nice.
It's really, really rare. See the back? It's like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what's kind of rare too is in my garage when I did the show, they gave me copies, VHS copies of every single episode that I was in, and the episode, each one still had the timeline on the bottom of it. So it's
like a counter.
Yeah.
Counter.
Yeah. So it's like the OG baby. And I've got that in my garage, but the problem is, you know, living in Canada, you get these harsh winters and these really brutal summers. So I don't know what kind of shape those VHS tapes are in, but one day I'll put them on. I'll auction them off for a charity, I think.
That'll be cool. And I'm from the US, so I've also liked the S and Supers dubs because I've been a fan of SM since like last year, actually. And I've been really wanting to meet the third voice of Sailor Moon for a long time, and
now it's official. So whereabouts do you live?
Oh, in Massachusetts.
Oh, nice.
I've seen on YouTube that there's like a Boston one, and you were a part of it at one point. So
that was a long time ago, though. It's time I went back to Boston. I love Boston.
Yeah, me too.
It's a great town.
And you had brown hair in that video.
Yeah. I know. Now I got this.
Like me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're so old.
Yep. Here's the second tape, Scout Unite. There's Amy and
nice.
Senshi. Yeah, I got these from like eBay a long time ago.
Good find.
I know. And then Evil Eyes, Ray, the cover.
Evil Eyes.
Yep.
Love it. I gotta say
and not only do I have a Blockbuster tape of the Moon Stars Born, I also have one of Evil Eyes too.
Whoa!
And rent this double length video. Really rare.
So if you find these then in garage sales and stuff, do you just snap them up as fast as you can?
Yeah, on eBay. I usually go on eBay and find these tapes. Yep. Again, that's a Blockbuster sticker on the case. So that's cool. Here's Jupiter and Venus Arrive.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I wanted
right around the corner from me.
Oh yeah. I want to talk. I actually want to talk to like Susan Roman and Kay Griffin at some point. So, because if you could like give me like their information, I could try to message them. Here's the tape. Pretty cool. And oh, the fifth one. What is this? Secret Identities. And there's Serena
Nice.
doing her punch thing, I believe. The rod and stuff.
Nice.
And the last volume, Good Queen, Bad Queen. From, yeah, again, same company. Yeah. So let me just, oh wait, I actually have a couple more tapes, such as this ADB volume, Green Eyed Monsters. I know there are some ADB volumes of the ones you are a part of, I think, but yeah.
Mistakes and heartaches.
Look at that, it's a white tape.
Is that another rare one?
I don't know if it's rare, but it's probably common. But I have. I know you didn't dub the films with you in it because Terry Hawks, I believe, was part of the film dubbing during that era. And I have 2 of the films on VHS, but they're rare because it says screener only.
Right.
It's a screening cassette. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's released by Pioneer. And the Supers movie also is it. See? Look at that. Pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, I got these from eBay and a couple times ago. And I actually have a brother named Sam who is also a big SM fan because his favorite is Ray. And
I'm not telling her that. It will go right to her head.
It will go to Katie Griffin's head.
Totally go to her head. She'd be like, see, I told you.
And the first half of the R season, which is the Doomtree series. And in the case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there are four volumes in this one. There's the first one. They have the same, the backs are different, but the fronts are the exact same. Well, except for the volume number on the case. There's the back of the third one. The back of the fourth one. Actually, let me try and find the Tatler tape, because I know it's somewhere in here. Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. Yeah, as you can see, I have quite the collection of tapes. It's somewhere, and I know it is. Well, I don't know if I really want to find it at this point, but
it'd take too long.
Yeah, it would definitely take too long. Oh yeah, and on Keynote, you know, the Apple app Keynote, I've made like these couple of slides, like pictures of like Percy and Serena because I don't know, because you voiced
the
both.
best.
Yep. And I was wondering if you could do like short, like little conversations between them if I can find it. Here we go.
Geez, vocal gymnastics this time of the morning.
Look at that. There they are.
Oh, that's good.
So what would they say?
She'd say, "Oh, Percy, you look so romantic," and he'd say, "I don't know what to say to that."
And then
and he'd say, "Oh, I really don't know what to say to this." Oh,
and
she'd say, "Pajamas. What's your problem?"
And then they're shocked.
They'd both go,
"Oh yeah, it's Flower and Dodge," for that. Yeah, and then they're both sad. Yeah, those are the 4 images that I had, and yeah,
those are great images. Those are
I know.
fun.
I agree. Like I said, I do have the Serena plush.
I'll tell you, those things are hard to sign. I've signed a lot of those too. I've signed a lot of everything. You'd be surprised at the things I've signed.
Because if you like sign the hair,
the fuzzy part,
it's just not gonna come
Well,
out.
it's okay, but it kind of it makes your marker very, very fuzzy. That's for sure.
It sure does. Yeah, I also have like DVDs of SM, but they're Viz dubs, not the ADV releases. And I also have some CDs as well. But they are somewhere. I don't really want to get them out at the moment. Oh yeah, and there's this poster that I have, but move my camera. Oops. There we go. Should be somewhere. Is this it?
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see Darian right next to it. Yeah, it's funny.
That's awesome.
It's cool. And I also have a couple of posters and stuff in our room, but that would take a while to get upstairs with this computer. But,
well, when we're all done with this, send me your address and I'll send a little something out to you.
Oh, that's cute. Maybe we should do this again sometime.
Oh, look at that. We're just becoming like old buddies here.
Yes. Oh yeah, and I also have 2 more SM shirts. There's one of her with Luna on it, and there's one of all the scouts on it in black. But the one of you saw Serena and Luna is also black, but this one's white, and I like it and I love it very much.
I like it too.
If you can imagine.
I love that one.
Let's see. Is there anything else?
Well, I feel like you've done a good job. You've covered everything.
Yeah, I think we could end this and maybe talk again sometime, because
yeah,
that would be
absolutely
fun. Well,
thank
anyway,
you so much for having me on here. It's been a
thank
blast.
you. It's also been a blast too. So see you. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in episode 3.
Yeah,
Bye.
baby.